welcome. This is the Internet of Unintended Consequences. I'm Deb.
And I'm Tom.
And we welcome you. We are exploring things that we basically never saw coming, and probably you haven't either. I know there's been a lot going on. So Tom, anything come to mind today?
Wearable technology.
Oh no. You're still with that e-health, e-tech health thing?
Yeah, it's so cool. I think so many people are interested in that.
Okay, and is this because you want that new Apple Watch that came out recently?
I do want the new Apple Watch, but I'm going to be strong.
You're going to be strong? You're going to wait?
I'm waiting for the second generation when the technology is improved and the functionality and the prices come down.
Yeah, and the bugs are out, right?
And the bugs are out.
But I think it's actually a really good topic, this issue of wearable technology, because I think it's where like the intersection of everyday life, right, and the technology sort of comes together. And what's interesting to me is whenever anybody talks about wearable technologies, and I think of like the Fitbit, you've seen those bracelets around where it's like monitoring how many steps you take or how much you run and everything. And I always thought, that was probably for these obsessed fitness people, right? People who, they go to the gym every day and they have to measure everything, I'm like, it's not for regular Joe Schmoes like me who, okay, I walk and I'm proud of that, but I don't know if I necessarily need to, measure myself all the time. But I actually found out that there's a lot more. I mean, this is a really huge market.
What's being used for the purposes for wearable technology? What kind of categories?
Well, it seems that, the first one is the sports and fitness, obviously, right? The people who are going to the gym, but also in the sports arena. So my husband likes golf, and he actually has an app, and it measures, his swing.
Right.
That he does with the golf. So sports and fitness, I think, is something that we pretty much, we sort of get. But there's a whole bunch of healthcare and wellness applications and wearables that we're seeing now. So things that will monitor the heart, for example, or your blood pressure. And even when people go through surgery and the doctors want to keep in contact with them and monitor what's going on, we're seeing a lot of that technology there. We're also seeing it in games and lifestyles. And then we're seeing it in safety and security, right? Making sure that you're okay.
I love the idea that if you've had surgery and the doctor can monitor you, that's really that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I know you think it's cool, but also part of me is sort of saying that's kind of a little creepy too, right?
What creeps you out about that?
Well, I think this whole idea of, we have all these devices, and if I have my Fitbit or my Apple Watch or whatever, and it's taking and putting information in my laptop, right, so that I can review it, and I decide who I want to share it with, right? I don't necessarily have to share it with everybody, or anybody at all. Maybe I just want to keep it private for me. But when I'm looking at this wearable technology in the health and wellness, they're really talking about having it connect back to the doctor, having it connect back to maybe even insurance companies.
Okay, we're getting creepy.
Right, which is looking at, well, if we do that, will it affect our insurance costs, right? So, for example, if you have high cholesterol, right, and you end up at a fried chicken place.
Okay.
And all of a sudden you get a little ding on your cell phone and it says, hey, we noticed you're at this fried chicken place. You should order the chicken salad.
Right.
That's kind of creepy, right? How do they know that I'm there? First of all.
Well, what gets creepy is if they know that you're there and then they share that with your employer, and your HR department starts putting it in its records, and then they track your sickness in time you call in sick, and they start comparing that with how many times you went to a fast food restaurant. That could get real creepy.
Yeah, because what if they come up and they say, well, because you have high cholesterol, but you're still eating all this fried food, you are actually affecting and destroying, maybe harming an asset of the company, you. And therefore you might become too expensive for that company to keep.
Or the insurance provider.
And I think, on one hand you can see, well, it's kind of good, the preventative, right? If they send you the reminder to eat the chicken salad, yeah, well, it's going to help lower my cholesterol. But at the same time, every once in a while, you sort of need to break the rule a little bit. Right?
But the world doesn't need to know.
Yes, but the problem is, will we have a choice of whether the world knows or not?
That's a good question.
And that, I think, is where we get into the creepy.
And the internet of unintended consequences.
Oh, yes, and there we go again. But I think this is a topic that we'll come back to, because I think there's so much going on out there in this wearable technology. And what about you guys? Do you use a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or one of these sports bras that they have now to monitor your blood pressure? Why don't you let us know?
Please. Especially if your employer is requiring you to wear wearable technology.
Now? You think they're doing that now?
Well, I think we should ask and have our audience let us know if they're
let us
that.
know. Are you being required by your company right now to use these technologies to help keep well, prevent certain illnesses, or to keep tabs on where you are?
Or for
when
work.
You don't want to, or for work. I think that'll be interesting.
Exactly, and the work related ties into the health.
Yes,
Wonderful.
It does. Well, I'm Deb.
And I'm Tom.
And this is the Internet of Unintended Consequences, exploring the things we never saw coming. And I've never seen that coming from the business telling me don't eat fried chicken.
Exactly. Who knew?